Charlotte-Mecklenburg Schools invites you to the graduation ceremony. William A. Hough High School.
Hello Huskies, and welcome to this unique celebration of William A. Hough High School's class of 2020. A special thank you to our parents, family members, friends, and guests for joining us today to celebrate this class of 2020. My name is Ben Anderson, and it has been my honor to serve as the senior class president during what has turned out to be an influential time in history. It is certainly not what any of us expected, but we have officially made it. While this is a time of joy for the class of 2020, let us not forget our classmates who are not with us to celebrate today. Please join me in a moment of silence to remember and honor these students who will not be receiving their diploma today. Thank you. It is my pleasure to introduce our three speakers today who embody the Hough spirit of going beyond great. First, we will hear from Jenny Q, the salutatorian of the class of 2020. Next, our valedictorian, Sebastian Alberti, will present the valediction. These two devoted scholars will be followed by our principal, Dr. Laura Rosenbach. Thank you again for joining us in this celebration of William A. Hough High School's class of 2020.
Good afternoon, Superintendent Ernest Winston, administration, teachers, family, friends, and my fellow graduates. My name is Jenny Q, and I am honored to speak on behalf of the senior graduating class. I would like to begin by congratulating everyone for reaching this important milestone. Although none of us are able to physically gather to celebrate the end of our high school journey, we have not let this challenge in uncertain times prevent us from succeeding. Our diploma does not define us as graduates, and our inability to walk across the stage to receive it does not undermine our hard work in the last 4 years. Our class, filled with many bright and passionate individuals, has accomplished so much in a span of such little time. We are part of a community with countless sports championship titles, as well as academic, art, and music awards, but what makes us stand out above all of the other graduating classes of Hough is our resilience. Never before in our school's history has any class had their senior year cut short due to a pandemic. I'm sure the coronavirus has ruined many of your senior events and summer travel plans, and as a result created a buildup of resentment towards our situation. Things need to be kept in perspective though. Ever since the beginning of humanity, men and women have faced the dangers of extreme weather, food shortages, lack of shelter, and spread of disease. It was through these circumstances that our species could evolve. We experienced growth through periods of strife. Maya Angelou once said, "You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them." This is more applicable than ever. The coronavirus is an unprecedented challenge for our graduating class, and one that we must learn from. Surmounting this obstacle is the first step on the long and winding path that will be our lives, and we will come out of it with a new perspective and valuable experience. If we can brave this challenge, we can prevail over almost anything life throws our way. Once again, congratulations, class of 2020. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
First and foremost, I thank my family, and specifically my mother and father, for supporting me through everything. I couldn't make it this far without them. I am honored to be permitted to speak to the Hough High class of 2020. To start off, I would like to congratulate all of us for graduating and pushing through another successful, albeit chaotic, school year. This isn't how we expected the end of our dependent years to go, but we're making the best of it. Over the past 4 years, we've grown from adolescents to young adults, and have learned many of the skills required of us to be productive members of our society. The next couple of years will finish that job. At the end of it, will be fully ripe and equipped to start our lives. As we look to the future and go off to tertiary schooling, the military, or the workforce, and ultimately get a job in a career field we hopefully enjoy, I believe strongly that we should blaze a path and maximize our potential. Every one of us has been gifted with life, so with what time we have, we need to take advantage of every opportunity that comes our way in an attempt to not only further our own goals, but also to elevate our community. Individuals wield great power in our changing world, a power that has its source in our actions and ideas and manifests itself each time one of our paths intertwines with that of another's, causing those actions and ideas to resound from person to person around the world. That power is amplified by the people surrounding that individual, culminating in a positive and exponential feedback loop of growth and innovation. Looking more in terms of our immediate future, the best we can do right now is learn as much as we can in the coming years and do some introspection to discern where exactly our passions lie and in what ways we can improve ourselves. Go out and meet interesting people with a wide range of perspectives and grow together as humans. If quarantine has taught us anything, it is that life is unpredictable. We must be versatile and resilient to accomplish our objectives in the face of adversity. As a closing statement, I encourage every one of you to keep fighting for a better future, not just for ourselves, but for the continued prosperity of our society and to leave a better world for our progeny. Thank you very much for lending me some of your time.
Congratulations to the Hough High Class of 2020. It is a true honor to stand here before you, albeit virtually, as you finally celebrate the end to your high school career. You did it and can now say you're a proud member of the Husky alumni family. While this is not the graduation you, I, nor anyone else wanted, we still need to celebrate because you deserve to be honored. Even though we are disappointed to miss the traditional ceremony, we need to remind ourselves that graduation is about more than walking across a stage and cheering with your family and friends. It marks the end of 13 years of hard work and dedication, and it marks the beginning of adulthood as you take the next step in your journey. This journey that began for most of you in the wake of 9/11 as the world was in a similar state of confusion and uncertainty. You were born into a world that was changing and establishing new norms. Now you are being sent out into a world that is once again in turmoil. Your class was the hope of the future in the wake of 9/11 and is still our hope today. You are the students who will create vaccines, be political leaders, and environmental agents of change. You are the students that will make this world a better place for all of us. Graduates, you are ready. Even though your time with us was cut short this year, we as teachers and staff are confident that you are more than prepared for the next step. On the bright side, teachers and parents did not have to battle the famous senioritis struggle that comes every spring, and hopefully no one will ever be able to beat your record of senior skip days. As you know, we celebrated our 10-year anniversary this year. I'm incredibly proud of the traditions and expectations we have established, many of which you developed. Your class truly represents the Husky spirit. I would like each of you to listen carefully to the description below and see just how well it connects to the culture and the traits that you as students have established at Hough over the last 4 years. The American Kennel Club describes Huskies as playful and intelligent. They are cheerful, energetic, and carefree with big personalities. They are independent, friendly to all strangers, and have amazing athleticism and stamina. Huskies are known for working as a team to guide people and take turns leading the pack. They are known for getting bored easily, and when they do, they howl and get into all kinds of shenanigans. Come on now, is this a perfect description of the human Husky sitting in front of you or what? Senior Ava Sturtz shares similar thoughts about her class of 2020. I truly believe I would be a different person if I did not attend Hough. Hough has made me a caring young adult who understands who I am as an individual. Hough has allowed me to grow in such an incredible way. I love Hough and how passionate the staff and students are for helping one another. Hough is an amazing place I will never forget. As you have heard repeatedly over the last few weeks, your class is unique and will forever be remembered as the class that persevered and kept advancing. You are stronger now than when you left Hough March 13th. Your resiliency reminds me of a quote by Maya Angelou. She says, "I can be changed by what happens to me, but I refuse to be reduced by it." The COVID virus has impacted each of us in very different ways, and for some of us, the last 3 months have been the most difficult times of our lives. And yet here we are, celebrating you as graduates, knowing that each of you aced the test of grit. You did not falter, you kept going. I think COVID has taught each of us something valuable about resetting and restoring. The last 3 months has taught us what is really important. For many of us, that is connecting and laughing with our family and friends, embracing hobbies that spark creativity and a sense of pride, and taking time to enjoy the little things. As we move forward and create a new normal, I challenge each of you to remember the positive resets and restorations that we have made in our lives lately. Remember the importance of taking care of yourself and others. And even if things don't always go as planned, we will be strong, we will be resourceful, and we will be okay. Maybe even better than we were before. I would like to end with 2 more quotes from your peers about what makes your class unique. According to Kinsley Merritt, Hough's 2020 senior class has suffered tragedies and experienced hope. We are a class that didn't let the unexpected define us. This class will move forward in history, knowing that we finished as one. Katie Shelton reflects that throughout my years in high school, I always looked up to the seniors and couldn't wait for my year to be the top dog with my friends. The class of 2020 will never be forgotten. We have stuck together since day one, and I wouldn't want my senior year ruined with anyone else. Well said, Kinsley and Katie. The last few months have made me realize that Hough is not just a building. It is a community, a movement, a contagious energy. Your class has led the way in showing that. Your efforts to make our Hough and our community a better place have been a huge source of strength for me personally, and for that, I thank you. I cannot wait for the day when we can be together to celebrate with you and your peers, and look forward to seeing your families the next 2 days. Take care, class of 2020. Congrats. You should be proud of yourselves, because I sure am.
And now, join us in recognition of the senior class of William A. Hough High School.
Elizabeth Morale Abidi, Austin Spencer Ackerman, Jacob Benjamin Adams, Nicholas Alexander Adams, Hodile Johanse Agard, Ethan Tyler Aguilar, Ali Al Natur, Penelope Natasha Alberti, Sebastian Nikolai Alberti, Anne Meredith Alexander, Madeline Grace Alexander, Connor Graham Alfaro, Slomit Allende Encarcione, Jairo Alpizar Gaspar, Sarah Elizabeth Alvarez, Ashlyn Brianna Alverson, Benjamin Thomas Anderson, Brianna Michelle Anderson, Dorothy Georgia Anderson, Seth Parker Anderson, Alexa Marie Arapoff, Anna Jordan Arapoff, Morgan Alana Archer, Alexander Ross Atherton, Grace Brantley Avercamp, Michaela Lee Ayers, Willa Catherine Ann Baker, Antonio Jaharvi Daquan Barber, Jason Owen Dylan Bard, Owen Daniel Barefoot, Simone Marie Barnes, James Matthew Barnhart, Noah David Barozino, Lyric Kimberly Ann Barr MacArthur, Mara Day Barrington, Olivia Jane Bartholomew Shook, Cameron Tyler Barton, Katie Lynn Bell, Nia Joy Bell, Kenza Benazuz, Hunter Eric Benjamin, Adam Edward Bennett, Riley Ann Bizik, Jacob Bishop, Jolie Alexandra Bishop, Jackson Taylor Bissett, Robert Francis Black III, Neiman Tyke Patton Blackwelder, Gavin James Blank, Terrell Darion Bodyford, McKenna Ray Bomborg, Madison Marie Bonas, Julian David Borda, Justin Michael Bossi, Andrea Celine Borden, Casey Dree Boyd, Matthew Robert Brady, Cameron Brandt, Albert Bright, Rachel Ann Brodoff, Bennett Alexander Bromberg, Sydney Rachel Brooks, Cameron Rasayan Broom, Kenzani Gabriel Brossard, Ashley Janae Brown, Charles Keegan Brown, Dawson Ansel Brown, Xavier Perry Brown, Caroline Hanson Brown, Jack Elliott Bruce, Corey Carter Brunt, Carmen Nicole Bryant, Haley Alexandra Bryant, Jeffrey Benson Bryant, Noah Ray Burbage, Jeffrey Elwood Butcher, Shelby Brooks Butler, Grace Ann Butler Wheeler, Avery Lee Butterfield, Jasmine Alexis Kabuko, Lauren Nicole Calder, Noah Glenn Caldwell, Anna Jordan Calhoun, Isaac Rolando Calle Tapier, William Callison, Caitlin Rose Camilio, Bailey Rain Campbell, Sydney Nicole Campbell, Morgan Nicole Canadi, Laurel Madison Cannon, Diego Cardenas, Mariana Aurora Carriaja da Costa, Heather Riley Carlton, Maria Nicole Carnahan, Trenton Scott Carr, Chance Alexander Carroll, Mary Cameron Carroll, Olivia Marie Cashin, Nicholas Manuel Casarina, Eleanor Grace Castoral, Nadia Page Cosby, Rebecca Anai Sellis, Julian Lauren Soroski, Kaylin Grace Soroski, Nathan Andrew Chambers, Devin Keith Chandler, Jinghai Chen, Minex Charavel, Chloe Ray Chisholm, Gianluca Giffreda, Leon Colin Clark Thomas, Nora Elizabeth Coffey, Sophia Irene Collins, Alexandra Davin Colvin, Thomas Cosimo Kondo, Bridget Colleen Connolly, William Jackson Conrad, Kelly Marie Costello, Kylie Marie Colson, Isabella Covarrubias Alonso, Caitlin Barron Cox, Grace Francis Craig, Catherine Ann Craig, Olivia Madison Crawford, Connor Fitzgerald Cronin, Haley Brooke Crowder, Gavin Alexander Crump, Nolan Tomless Crumpler, Michelle Guadalupe Cruz Contreras, Gabrielle Oliveira Cruz Solano, Meredith Brooke Cummings, Brady Thomas Curran, Ashley Nicole DaCosta, Jacob Dylan DaCosta, Emma Lane Daly, Kinsey Jameson Davis, Mitchell Ethan Davis, Eduardo de la Parra Polina, Jennifer de Darrell, Isabella Rose Deletsky, Joshua Axel Delgado Ortega, Margaret Marie Desormo, Lauren Ashley DeFabio, Anthony Vincent DiFiore, Jenna Hope Xiang Ling DePietro, Molly Margaret Donahue, Angel Du, William Patrick Dorgan, Malachi Drew, Aiden Michael Dudley, Grayson Ford Dudley, Matthew Forbes Dullen, Isaac Joseph Dunn, Taylor Ray Durkee, Isabella Connor Efa, Samantha Charlene Eisen, Brooke Elizabeth Elliott, Landon Wayne Elliott, Zoe Fee Elliott, Morgan Esposito, Caleb Seth Eiler, Anthony Malon Fabian, Jillian May Farmer, Grace Kelly Fayard, Maya Victoria Fayard, Nathaniel Joseph Feely, Nicholas Feldman, Aaron Duncan Finch, Patrick Howard Fitzgerald, Joshua Thomas Fleming, Shelby Montana Fleming, Brenda Elena Flores, Jason Alexander Flores, Ethan Scott Flotketter, Jordan Haley Folk, Luke Ryan Foreman, Carrie Rachel Fortin, Trevor William Fournette, Grace Nicole Fox, Benjamin David Foxworth, Kate Elizabeth Fred, Isabella Gloria Frederick, Cassidy Faith Fry, Ella Marie Fulton, Katura Blessing Fumba, Davis James Furr, Lauren Grace Gaffney, Jared David Gale, Grady Matthew Gall, Bella Grace Galloway, Jacob Nathaniel Gant, Eric Garcia, Gladys Isela Garcia Montoya, Blair Marie Gardner, Jack Robert Genthner, Gamble Colfard Gentry, Colin Richard George, Robert Vito Girardi, Regine Shanice Gator, Avid Richard Giloni, Paul Clement IV Gillum, Matthew Dean Gimbel, Jose Mateus Jimenez Morera, Rafael Anthony Gonzalez, Preston Scott Gordon, Ethan Patrick Graham, Jonathan Marshall Graham, Timothy Hugh Graham, Jackson Matthew Griffin, Cole Alexander Griswold, Elena Ruth Gary, Megan Mary Gularson, Diana Joan Gutierrez, Kennedy A. Gwynn, Alexander Thomas Haas, Caitlin Ann Hapenick, Graham Michael Harrell, Dominic Curtis Harris, Hannah Noel Harris, Jacob Neal Harris, Sebastian St. John Hart, Brandon Stephen Harvey, Grant Mitchell Hatley, Claudine Ellen Hostler, William Gant Hawkins, Morgan Marie Hearn, Kai Marlon Hebert, Cameron Dean Helene, Kara Nicole Hellstern, Benjamin Eugene Hepler, Alex Joel Harris, Lynette Hernandez Guzman, Cecilia Tess Hertel, Jacob Lewis Hyder, Trenton Anthony Hill, Rachel Marie Hoffman, Peyton Emily Hogaboom, Liam James Holtham, Kaylee Grace Hopp, Kiara Brooke Hudgens, Lance Anthony Hughes, Joshua Brian Hummel, Hannah Marie Hurley, Nolan Jameson Herney, Hayden Douglas Hutchins, Sydney Claire Hutchinson, Allison Parker Jackson, Lauren Elizabeth Jackson, Melissa Ray Jameson, Adam Scott Jeffrey, Jacqueline Emma Jewell, Naomi Elizabeth Johnson, Hayden Brant Jones, Jaden Nasser Jones, Martha Juarez Hernandez, Mugdamegana Vitayan Pankipati, Tyler Christopher Casperson, Kelsey Emma Keene, Olivia Mackenzie Keene, Anna Catherine Kelly, Sean Christopher Kennedy, Donovan Finn Kahane, Katie Lynn Kirsten, Margaret Quinn Kiernan, Brennan Paul King, Cameron Lee King, Caroline Elizabeth Klemp, Nathaniel I. Knight, Teji Kojak, Haley Luann Kopish, Carlton Gregory Kowalski, Stella Victoria Kranick, Dora Kriezu,
Ariana Nicole Kurtz, Kira Grace Kyvenhoven, Kwesi Schaefer, Austin Christopher Laminack, Ryan Young Lampy, Brandon Scott LaRue, Gracie Faith Laub, Christopher Gerald Law, Joshua Lee Ledford, Julia Michelle Lehman, Sophia Marie Lehman, Mason Byron Lennon, John Paul Lepoli, Dylan Mark Leslie, Mackenzie Alexandra Lilly, Jonathan Michael Lineroad, Justin Thomas Locatius, Ashley Maria Lockwood, David Stephen Lockwood, Raina Simone Long, Stephen David Lorenz, Juan David Loretto, John Stephen Lubier, Natalia Isabel Lily Lovejoy, Francesca Elizabeth Lowe, Kenneth Robert Lowe, Landon Boyd Lowe, Omari Akil Lucas, Ashlyn Corinne Michelle Luganbiel, Edward Rhett Mabry, Excel Maceda Martinez. Tara Elaine Mack. Camila Ignacia Magallanes Lagos. Andrew Ray Meyer. Dennis Mamachev. Wesley Patrick Maple. Solina Mohammed Emir Marashti. Georgia Marcucci. Isabella Rose Margraf. Sydney Nolan Markovics. Adeline Deanne Martin. Addison Elizabeth Martin. Lidzeda Martinez Verona. Christopher Paul Mason. Bo Sockwell May. Nathaniel Lennon May. Cameron Taylor Mayhew. Benjamin David McAlexander. Michael James McCarthy. Robert Reese McCloskey. Benjamin Thomas McCoy. Tyler Thomas McCune. Nathan Alexander McDonald. Daniel Robert McGoldrick. Megan C. McHugh. John Kenneth McMahon. Lily Grace McCree. Colby Thomas McSwain. Emily Kathleen Munzer. Hannah Kaisa Minkhouse. Michael Sean Merrigan. Kinsley Elizabeth Merritt. Jennifer Mesa Garcia. Ethan Bryce Messer. Connor John Michaud. Juliana Rose Michelon. Brianna May Miller. Casey James Miller. Parker Ryan Miller. Matthew Dylan Mitchner. Kate Elizabeth Madro. Evangeline Rose Monio. Storm Duncan Monroe. Sarah Catherine Montague. Destiny Chanel Montgomery. Alexander Callum Moore. Matthew William Morrison. Amina Mudarir. Anna Catherine Morose. Carly Marie Mullis. Kaylin Sarah Mulwey. Carly Megan Murdoch. Giovanni Pelcastre Naranjo. Abby Nicole Neal. Elise Katinka Nelson. Lily Elizabeth Nelson. Emily Tara Nicholson. Layla Nicodeme. Dylan Christopher Noble. Dominic Duval Noel. Sabina Evangelina R. Noto, Laura Jane Nunley, Riley Joseph Nystrom, Abby Elizabeth O'Farrell, Kaylin Jade O'Gara, Devin Dwayne O'Neill, Allison Grace Oates, Evan Nathaniel Alexander Olsdahl, Lindis Elizabeth Olson, Tristan Decha Orby, Tyler Joseph Owens, Ariana Sylvie Pacifico, Carson Riley Page, Azriela F. Paris, Emily Reed Parker, James Cameron Parker, Ella Grace Parrott, Ryan Joseph Pasco, Sahil Manish Patel, Reese Wilson Payne, Austin Montgomery Pierce, Carolina Ruth Pedrodi, Blake Ashlyn Peeler, McKenna Pamela Peer, Phoebe Maeve Pelletieri, Nicholas Anthony Pinella, Sean Christopher Peralta, Christopher Joseph Perez, Jonathan Alexander Peters, Abigail Grace Petrie, Chloe Grace Fang Pittman, Abigail Lee Poe, Elena Grace Poindexter, Peyton Savannah Porges, Kaylee Nicole Portello, Noah Posada Strokinski, Hannah Mackenzie Prather, Kayla Marie Precht, Emma Leith Price, Noah Edwards Putney, Jenny Q, Addison Marie Quattlebaum, Stephen Rocco Radman, Catherine Elizabeth Rain, Sloan Elizabeth Rainey, Emily Grace Ramanata, Stephanie Ramirez Antunes, Brandon Godfrey Rollins, Mason Christopher Raymer, Robert Henry Reddy, Dean Damian Regazzi, Molly Elizabeth Reed, Helena Rose Reimer, Tess Marie Reinhardt, Michael Tyler Reppy, Cameron Bell Rebels, Francesca Reyes, Sydney Marie Reamer, Sydney Ellen Rink, Paula Valentina Rivero. Jackson Thomas Rivers. Nicholas Joseph Rizzo. Colby Lee Robinette. Ashley Brittany Rodriguez. Hetty Guadalupe Romero Santana. Caitlin Louise Roper. Ariel Diamond Rosario. Christopher Marcel Rosillo. Sophia Lynn Ross. Wilson McLeod Rouse. Zaria Iman Deandra Rudolph. Morgan Jean Ruger. Francesca Genevieve Ruggiero. Riley Catherine Rush. Molly Paige Wren. Sean Patrick Wren. Thomas Michael Wren. Jacob Michael Sabo. Justin Isaac Sabito. Jerome Narisma Salanguit. Nicholas Eduardo Salazar. Lucia Sandoval Arce. Mia Esperanza Santella. Marley Luisa Santiago. Marlis Marie Sauer. Eric Michael Savino. Darian Concom Seche. Zoe Elizabeth Schmidt. Ethan Alexander Schneider. Devin Montra Lee Scott. Nicholas Anthony Scotto. Jacob Alexander Sellers. Paige Elizabeth Shackelford. Luke Rain Shannon. Mary Catherine Shelton. Tessa Elizabeth Sherrill. Mackenzie Elizabeth Shipley. John Edward Shryock IV. Ryan Thomas Schubert. Kyle Davis Siggins. Alexandria Elizabeth Sima. Amy Helen Simmel. Elena Jessica Sims. Juliana May Smiley. Andrew William Smith. Dylan Robert Smith. Josiah Walter Smith. Catherine Ann Smith. Keely Grace Smith. Noah Kai Smith. Eliza Nicole Sneed. Caden Leander Snyder. Jackson Patrick Solis. Johnny Sostenos Renteria. Megan Claire Spanbauer, Skylar Elizabeth Spangler, Aubrey Rose Spiller, Julian Spirited, John Allen Stanley, Calvin Alexander Starr, Amanda Sternley, Joshua Paul Stevens, Leah Danielle Stevens, Sydney Jane Straub, Dylan Mitchell Strother, L. McKenna Stewart, Ava Grace Sturts, David Joseph Sullivan, Morgan Lyles Sutton, Evan Scott Swinney, Corey Jamar Tanksley, Chase Alexander Taylor, Tiana Isabella Taylor, Ian William Tyson, Caden M. Tyson, Sean Jacob Tyson, Anthony Terrian, Bradley Michael Thomas, Michaela Stefana Thomas, Jacob Ethan Thomason, Cooper George Tilley, Kendra Nicole Tyndall, Paige Lee Touchton, Benjamin Thomas Trainum, Aditya Bhaskar Tripathi, Logan Lee Turner, Grayson Edward Tayo, Hannah Marie Uglahus, Parker John Underwood, Belen Alexandra Valdez Perez, Jordan Michelle Varga, Kimi Vega Maldonado, Kylie Catherine Vilsick, Haley Catherine Vogel, Katriana Vivica Von Kason, Lee Emerson Wandell, Brooke Mandy Watson, Kelly Grace Weber, Lucas Thomas Weimar, Alec Edward Wells, Lauren Elizabeth Wentz, Matthew Earl Wenzel, Gregory Schuyler West, Isabella Rose Westervelt, Wyatt Presley Weldon, Marlon Lace Witcher, Charles Thomas Whitaker, Logan Nathaniel Whittington, Haley Lynn Wilkinson, Kaya Zane Willis, Blaine Ivy Willover, Leah Grace Whistle, Caroline Michael Wolf, Gunnar Alexander Wolf, Michael Wing Ho Wong. Delaney Ray Wright. Niqueva Layla Young. Bailey Carter Youngs. Jawan Yoon. Samuel M. Zajac. Nicholas John Zamboulis.
Graduates, please rise. By the authority vested in me as a principal of William A. Hough High School, and by the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction, and by the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Board of Education, I now pronounce you graduates of William A. Hough High School, class of 2020. You may turn your tassels. Congratulations.